What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Brian James, and I'm black. I'm black. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back with my guy Black Phoenix and Philly guy. What's good, fellas? We got, we, you know. Hey, so look, we got a big time matchup today. We got the Super Bowl between Honcho Hodges and Diggs, man. It's supposed to be a crazy matchup. I don't know if you guys are prepared for what's about to happen, but Diggs been on the terror lately. Diggs has been on the terror lately. So, yes. I'm wondering who you guys got winning this game today.
Diggs.
Diggs, okay.
Diggs. I got Diggs.
And I'm saying Diggs because we saw the phenomenal defensive job that was done by Black Phoenix. You alluded to the fact that they're in the same crew. You have all of these great Madden minds that are working together. And if you add that defense with all them abilities to the scheme that we saw from the Panthers, and then you add the offense that we know he already has, I don't see Honcho winning this game.
I think that's gonna be the biggest difference. Like with my game, I only have like two abilities versus Diggs. He's got all the man coverage abilities. I think he's got like a lot of deep route KOs, short route KOs, and stuff like that. So to me, that's gonna be the biggest difference. To see Honcho, how much does he get Jefferson involved, Mitchell involved, Kittle involved, versus Diggs' defense? Because like you mentioned, Philly, I think the ability battle between Kittle and Jefferson and the defenders is going to be the biggest matchup that we see or the biggest impact in the game so far.
Yeah, when you're in those abilities, you're talking about he has 9 on defense. So
yeah,
he's got 2 on the defensive line, he's got 5 in the secondary, and then the other 2 are as needed. You know what I mean? So, and he's got his users. So we're talking about basically 10 out of 11 that are on the field with abilities, because you got to account for his users. So it's going to be a big challenge for Honcho, and it's kickoff, man. Here we go.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys. Season 4 Super Bowl action has arrived. Xbox side. Once again, we got Diggs, the Buffalo Bills, taking on Honcho Hodges and the San Francisco 49ers. Like B. James mentioned before, the commish, Black Phoenix here with my guy, Philly guy. And, Super Bowl time, Philly, man. Last game of the season 4 has been an absolute barn burner. It was actually a really good season, all things considered. So to see it end is going to be kind of bittersweet, but we have a good matchup right here. Again, Honcho is going to be on offense. We see him all this time with the gun tight offset in this New Orleans Saints playbook, Philly. So what keys do you think Honcho needs to do in order to have some kind of success against Diggs here?
Well, I think he's got to play him and hold him to field goals, right? So take your chances, but don't give up the big play when you're on defense. And then offensively, he's going to have a lot of wrinkles. He's going to have to audible a lot, a lot of motion, give himself an opportunity to get going on the ground.
Yeah, and get going on the ground. He is, and that's going to be Mitchell breaking a tackle right there and getting more yards on top of that. Big gain, 30-yard gain to start the drive right there in the Super Bowl. Counter wide. That's not something you see too often. So maybe Honcho looked like he went to the lab a little bit and saw the game against Diggs and the game plan. Big payoff right there, Philly.
Yeah, and I think, again, every time we have a big-time matchup, there's a feeling out process. So I think they're both just trying to feel each other out, and it was a good start by Honcho.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. 1st and 10 here, coming out in his gun tray formation here, and that time give it to Mitchell. Nothing doing right there. Good stop by Diggs. You mentioned the abilities right there, Philly. That's something that Diggs has a lot of, especially on that defensive line. We have 2 inside stuffs from Diggs, and that's going to be huge, especially if you don't double team the right guy, Philly. That could be a huge difference in your run game.
Oh, absolutely it can be. And one of the things that Brian James has always talked about is, as we see a beautiful catch across the middle, nice high point completion, is you have to understand when you're going up against that formation, you need to know if you can call inside zones, read options, stretch plays, or power runs. So it's going to be important for Honcho to make the right running play calls if he wants to keep moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, well said, well said. So here we go. 1st and 10, 41-yard line. Honcho seeming to move the ball really well so far. He's going to motion the man out to the left here. That's going to be a power run. Once again, that's going to be Mitchell. And Mitchell actually this time with all the ability updates, speaking of which though, Mitchell's got an ability right now, Philly. He actually has an ability, so that might actually make Honcho's offense a lot more dynamic, and you see it paying off dividends right now with another first down right here.
Yeah, you love to see it, man. You get those boosts right before the Super Bowl, and it helps to level the playing field a little bit. But again, this is the first quarter. Honcho was doing great, but it's about those adjustments to the adjustments that we love to talk about.
Yeah, and we see all the guys coming in the chat. We see B-Guard in the building. What's good? See Jack coming through in the building saying Hood Honcho is undefeated. We saw a lot of the chatter yesterday say, Honcho's got to do it for the Hood, got to represent one more time. It's going to be interesting to see if he actually does that this time versus Diggs here, the villain here of Madden Underground. So 2nd and 4 right here, coming back out in the gun tray set here, going to throw out to the flat zone. That's going to be Justin Jefferson. That's going to count as an incomplete pass right there. That's going to be making 3rd and 4 for Honcho Hodges right there, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, he threw the ball to the short side of the field. Unfortunately, couldn't stay in bounds. And, those are the kind of things as we get our first commercial of the evening. Those are the kind of things that, we got to pay attention to because, it just moves you to the next down and you got to figure out a way to keep your opponent off balance to try to convert to get that first down.
Yeah, I definitely agree right here. But we're going to try and figure out this whole commercial situation right here. But in the meantime, while we waiting those commercials, again, we talked about 2 of the best players that we see here in the Madden Underground circuit this year. Again, Honcho Hodges has won so many NFC championships, has made it to so many Super Bowl appearances, actually has won a Super Bowl. And then we talk about Diggs on the opposite side in the AFC, also a huge Super Bowl contender every single year. Won season 1 of Madden Underground on the Xbox side. So 2 combatants right here as we get by B James in the building as well. So 2 combatants that every single season that we've played so far, you expect them to make a kind of a Super Bowl run season after season.
Yeah, and you talked about them meeting up in season 1. And yeah, Diggs won, but I mean, they are 2 vastly improved, vastly different coaches and teams. Both of them are playing at the highest level. It's a rare treat to get the top 2 seeds in both conferences to meet in the bowl. And, Honcho was battle tested. You battle tested him. Fetty battle tested him. Diggs had to play dimes to get here. So, it wasn't an easy road to get to the championship game. But that's why they're there. And we're going to have a hell of a game today.
Yeah, and you guys mentioned it's something that we mentioned yesterday too. One of them comes away with 2 Super Bowl rings in the season. So again, we mentioned Diggs winning 1, Honcho winning 1 as well. So 2 Super Bowl rings in the Madden Underground year. That's actually pretty good change. If I'm to say so myself, that's not too bad for some Madden right there.
No, that's pretty great. I mean, you think about all the people that compete in MUT, and you got to ask yourself at the end of the MUT season. Actually, you got to ask yourself after you spend money during the MUT season. Is it worth it? Am I making a return on my investment? So Madden Underground has been a great opportunity and a great way for people to actually cash in on their skill set.
Yeah, and again, if you guys are interested in joining Madden Underground, make sure you go ahead and sign up MaddenUnderground.com. And then once spots do open, we again contact with you. But here we go. Honcho Hodges scored on that last drive, so we already know 7-0 here. As Diggs is going to see on offense here, rocking Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills here. He's going to throw it to the running back, gain of 9 right here. So 2nd and inches for Diggs as he hurries up right here. Gun tight offset. So if you guys were hoping to see something a little bit different than the meta, well, hey, unfortunately, that's not what these guys do. These guys are both running the New Orleans Saints playbook on offense. So let me ask you, Philly, because I want to get your opinion. What makes this gun tight offset that we see both Honcho and Diggs run often here? What makes it so powerful? Why is it so hard to stop for folks here in Madden, not only in the circuit, but also in the online streets?
Well, you have to have an advantage. You have to have an advantage based off of personnel, and then you have to have an advantage based on skill. And then when you take both of those away, you have to have an advantage simply because the way the game plays, particularly this season, these formations are the most dominant. They cause the most problems. You got those 2 slots up on the line of scrimmage. And then you just have some routes that are very difficult to stop. So it kind of has everything that you need. And when you have those 2 tackles with abilities like we see here, those receivers, and then Josh Allen with every ability under the sun, it's tough to stop.
Yeah, well said. And speaking of Josh Allen, that's another factor about Josh Allen. He is mobile as he gets a first down right there. Smartly slides down. We seen him fumble last game against Dimes where he kind of broke so many tackles and then ended up fumbling. But this time, again, good decision to slide right there. As we got another run right here, 2nd and 6, gain of 4 right here. But what's interesting to me, Philly, is something that Diggs hasn't done a lot of is run the ball and involve the halfback. He's typically the guy that's just going to throw it like 70 times a game if he could, but we're starting to see him involve the running back a lot more, showing a little bit more diversity. So like you mentioned though, Philly, little wrinkles and stuff like that Diggs has added to his game.
Yeah, and he's heard it from this show, and I'm sure he's heard it from his new crew members. It's the one aspect that makes him even more dangerous if he starts using different formations, if he starts running the football, because there's so much that you have to defend. And as we see here, he's been able to move the ball down the field with success.
Yeah, and shout out to BKP in the chat. Steelers user on the Xbox side made a good run in the playoffs as well, man. So shout out to BKP with the Mahomes out here doing his thing right here. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Josh Allen barking out commands here. Gun tight offset formation once again. So again, if you expected something a little bit off meta, hey, sorry, that's not going to be the case here. But here we go. Let's see what Diggs decides to cook up here. As we got a lot of hot routes from Josh Allen. Got a wide receiver open, high point pass. That's going to be Dawson Knox. Almost gets in the end zone right there, but it's going to be just stopped short at the 1-yard line. Great conversion right there by Diggs, Philly.
Yeah, that's one of the things we talked about in this game against VA Dimes is your ability to bring pressure, get pressure is critical, because if he has time, he's sending all 5 of those skilled players out on routes. He has a mobile quarterback, and he has plenty of time to wait patiently for them to get open, and he often makes the right read and the right throw.
Yeah, and that time he did, though. Josh Allen going quarterback sneak right there. Nothing doing as Hunter's coming on that 4-6 bear formation right here, running 4-6 defense, as you guys see on the screen. Able to get that quarterback sneak style. So it's going to be interesting to see what Diggs decides to do. He's going to come out in I form, Z close. And again, this is something that I mentioned before, like you mentioned before, sorry, Philly, that, running the ball has been something that Diggs has decided to do more of in the end zone versus actually pass the ball. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what the call ends up being here, as Diggs is going to come out in I form, Z close once again. See if he decides to motion. And yes, he does. It's going to be a motion to the left side of your screen, kind of creating that twins look, and nothing doing right there. And just like we seen it in the last game against me in the NFC, Honcho doing a great job standing up for himself at the goal line.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell that Diggs' strength is not necessarily running the football, particularly because he went with the close. You knew he was going to flip the play to run to the left, put the guy in motion. But based on the route of the wide receiver, he's really not going to be picking somebody up to give him an additional blocker. So I would have liked to see him go with maybe a power set, 2 tight ends on the field and a fullback. Maybe he would have had a little bit more success, run the dive or the stretch. But Honcho is tough to score on when it's in the red zone.
Yeah, that he is. I can personally attest to that. Got all eyes on me saying Dimes ain't in the Super Bowl. Times have changed, I guess. I don't. Oh, he's a new Cowboys user, as I've been informed. So listen. Me personally, I wouldn't make statements like that. But hey, I love the brand new energy that these guys are bringing here in the new season. But I wouldn't sleep on Diggs, man. Diggs is a solid player, and obviously he's on his way to a Super Bowl again. So just be careful with a little bit of that energy right there. But here we go, 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. Let's see what Diggs decides to do. Coming out with gun tight offset once again here, and he's gonna throw. That's going to be intercepted right there by Huncho. And that might be a pick 6 opportunity right there, as see if Josh Allen's going to stop it. And that he does at the 33-yard line. So right there, Philly, big play by Brisker right there to get an interception. High point pass right there. No good. And just like that, Huncho's got momentum going forward right now, Philly.
Yeah, and typically we don't see that type of throw or mistake. Excellent defensive play. Luckily, the Bills were able to stop it from being a pick 6. But, Honcho has to continue to do what he's been doing. He's made the big plays. Diggs gets the ball back at the half, so it's not going to hurt him too much. But, Honcho, he's come out with his game plan, and he's executing right now.
Yeah, so far so good right there. Unable to get the pass right there. 2nd and 10. Dangerous kind of throw it there. They almost could have got picked off had that defender animated a little bit better. But luckily for Huncho, dropped the pass right there. 2nd and 10. Let's see what Huncho comes out and ends up calling a timeout. So 1 timeout left in the half for Huncho. Let's see if that comes back to bite him. Shouldn't, knowing his style. But again, those timeouts prove to be valuable, especially come to 2-minute situation right here. It's going to flip to gun bunch right here. And it's going to snap the ball. And that's going to be a nice pass right there in between the zones. Big first down right there. Huncho on the move at the 36-yard line, Philly.
Yeah, you like to see it because one of the things that Honcho was doing earlier in the most recent seasons was he was audibling into this formation out of trips tight end. So he's running a little bit more of this as his base formation, but he will do it from time to time. Came up with a big play there.
Yeah, and this time flipping that tight offset tight end right there. And that's going to be a good broken tackle by Mitchell. He's definitely hard to bring down. Another first down right here at the 25-yard line. Mitchell having himself a game right there with 54 rushing yards off 4 carries. So moving the ball very effectively against Diggs' run defense, Philly.
Yeah, and he's in scoring range right now. So, one of the things neither one of these competitors is going to do, they're not going to get too high or too low based on the way that the game is going. It's going to be a long game, and they both have shown that they can come back or they can lead from the front. So we're in for a good one.
Yeah, and let's see what Huncho decides to call out here. He's going to go back to this gun trade offset set here. 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Justin Herbert barking out the commands here. And Mitchell, big hit right there. Losing the gain of 1 yard right there at the 26-yard line. Don't want to take too many hits like that. Good tackle by Coyle as Mitchell, again, able to hang on to the rock right here. And Huncho immediately goes right back to this tight offset tight end. Maybe saw something that he liked out of Diggs' defense right here. And Justin Herbert's going to take a quick snap. And it's got a wide open guy. That's going to be B. And that's going to be Danny Gray. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown, Huncho. And just like that, Philly, Huncho is up 14-0, pinning on this extra point.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why Diggs hasn't been playing a lot of man coverage here. Hasn't really brought the pressure like that. He's been trying to get Huncho to make a mistake, but he hasn't done it thus far. So far, Huncho is up by 2 touchdowns, got the first turnover. He's winning this game in all aspects on the field.
Yeah, 14-0. Extra point is up and good. So it's going to be interesting to see what Diggs decides to do if he can bounce back from here. Again, through that pick in the end zone. And Brisker for Huncho able to jump high for that one and pick it off over there. Almost was a pick 6. But again, Huncho able to move the ball down the field and score easily. So here we go, 14-0. Let's see if Diggs can bounce back and how he's going to do it. Definitely has the capabilities to do it. Let's see exactly how it unfolds here. Immediately goes the gun tight offset tight end. So it seems like Diggs has got a plan. He knows what he wants to do here. And let's see if he can do it. See Huncho making some adjustments, putting those zone drops out on the field here. And we're going to see him go back to actually default here. So interesting decision right here. He's going to burn his last timeout. So no more timeouts in the half for Huncho, Philly. That's interesting. You never really see, you usually see maybe one timeout being saved, but this time Huncho decided to burn all 3 already. Let me get your thoughts on that one. That's something, again, that you rarely see out of Madden players, but Huncho deciding to make the extra precautions to make sure he gets the right defense out there.
Yeah, well, first of all, I like it as we see Diggs getting loose in the running game on that counter Y. Oh, no, he ran the inside zone. I apologize. But one of the things that we've seen so far is you can't take them with you, right? So you might as well use them. Obviously, Huncho has used them in situations to give himself an advantage so he's not caught flat-footed. And it's a good use of his timeouts.
Yeah. Hey, and again, another inside zone here. So again, Diggs having success on the ground. And again, B-guard, to your point, hey, if it's on the screen, I mean, it doesn't matter if I say it or not. It's going to be on the screen regardless. So people can see it. It doesn't matter if I say it. So it is what it is on that one. 1st and 10 right here for Diggs. Gun trade offset this time around. And we get another run right here by McClellan. And that could have been a little bit further right there. But 2nd and 7 right there. 3-yard gain on the ground right there, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not his strength. He clearly wants to be the last person with the ball. But I'm just going to add on to what you were telling B-guard, about it being public information. The reality is, we're talking about Huncho, and nobody in the NFC has been able to knock him off in 4 straight years. So even if you can see it or we calling it out, it ain't done y'all a lick of good. This man has been here practically every single time. So play art is on. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you still got to play the game at the end of the day. And to your point, especially, coming from somebody that couldn't even make the playoffs and the NFC of all conferences, yeah, I don't think you got too much leg to stand on, B-Guard. But anyways, more importantly, 2nd and 9 here, 1:20 left to go in the half right here. Diggs moving the ball on the ground once again. Takes a big sack right there. 3rd and 22. That's going to be a Stackhouse sack right there. And just like that, no timeout from Diggs right there. So interesting situation, interesting strategy right there. 50 seconds to go, and time is still ticking on the clock right here for Diggs as Allen's going to drop back. Nice high point pass right there. Is that going to be a first down? And they give it to him. 1st and 10 for Dawson Knox right there. But interesting decision right there, not to call a timeout immediately. Burned a lot of time, but ended up 40 seconds and converting that first down, Philly.
Yeah, we saw it in this game against Dimes. It was like 3rd and 18, and he's able to convert it. And you just wonder, why isn't that happening on every play? But he's been able to move those chains in 3rd and long situations, and he's got 40 seconds to try to put some points on the board, or maybe for Honcho to bring that heat and maybe force a turnover and take that lead going into the half.
That was dangerous. That was dangerous living right there. Again, luckily that wasn't intercepted or animated in a way right there. But 2nd and 10, Diggs does stop the time right there. So I guess it kind of works out in Diggs' favor right here. Gun tray offset once again. Let's see if he decides to run right here or call a pass play. Looks like he's going to be calling a pass play based off the adjustments so far. Let's see what he ends up calling here. Play action play. And it looks like he has a wide receiver open, and that's who he throws it to. So down to the 14-yard line, 2nd timeout burned right there. 31 seconds left to go, Philly. What are you calling in this situation right now if you're Diggs, or who are you going to in this situation if you're Diggs?
Well, I think this is a better position for him to score. And I think he's going to be looking for 2 people. He's going to be looking for either the running back, or he's going to be looking for Dawson Knox. So he's got enough room. You look at the defense, the way that it's lined up. You see, there he goes. Knox goes in motion. But yeah, man, he decided to max protect and throw it away. So usually when he does that, he's got the running back coming on a Texas route up the middle. Usually has a couple of receivers, running a post mid. But that time he decided to max protect, and I think this gives him more space to be able to execute some of those combinations that he likes.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who he decides to go to here. Again, 1 timeout left. Honcho has no timeouts here. So, again, it's going to be interesting to see who Diggs decides to go to. As we got a receiver in motion, that's going to be Hall right there. Now to the right side, creating that strong look here. And Allen dropping back to throw. High point pass, and that was clean right there. Great pass right there. And that's going to be the running back, McClellan, getting up there right there for a touchdown. And just like that, 1 possession score right there. And 14-6 for Diggs here. Kick is up, and kick is going to be good. And just like that, Philly, we got ourselves a ball game right here with Diggs bouncing back right there. Huge play.
Yeah, we do. I was really surprised to see Honcho go man coverage right there. You saw Diggs make the adjustment with the halfback wheel route. And that safety, was trying to cover the middle of the field, which opened it up on the outside. But, hey, it happens. And he's still in the lead. Maybe he returns this back. We saw it happen in the game with the Panthers, but he's not going to do it, and he's probably just going to continue to run the ball. I don't think he's going to try to force anything here, and then take his chances in the second half.
Yeah, and if you don't want to cause a turnover, give Diggs good field position. Don't want to give him free points right here. So see what the Honcho decides to do right here. It looks like he's going to come out passing this time as we got a play action play, and there's the pressure right there coming in. So we're going to end the half right there, 14-7. Honcho, so far so good, looking good, on his way to a Super Bowl. Second Super Bowl ring here against Diggs here, and that's going to be the end of the half. So, Philly, let me ask you, what did you like out of that first half between these 2 competitors so far?
Well, I mean, I think for the most part, what I really liked was that, number 1, they're running the football. I think number 2, they both are staying true to what got them there. I really expected for Diggs to bring more pressure. I mean, he has all the abilities in the world. He's got the coverage out there. But obviously, he knows what he's doing. He was able to score before the half. He's getting the ball back. And if he gets into a shootout, he can live with that. Mm-hmm. But right now, like I said, they're both playing to their strengths. And we'll see what adjustments that they make and see who's able to come away victorious.
Yeah, and BR mentioned something interesting in the chat saying no timeouts really about to cost Huncho. I think that to me was kind of what I was looking for too, especially when he burned that last timeout. Maybe potentially could have got 3 there depending on how it shook out. But again, because he burned that last timeout, again, that may have cost him. But Diggs is going to start the ball off this half again, go to McClellan right there in the flat, gain of 6 right there, 2nd and 4. Once again, gun tight offset, tight end. Both competitors using that Saints offense and mainly coming out in that dollar defensive here. And we're going to see what kind of adjustments Huncho makes here as we got a receiver in motion. That's going to be Hall. Josh Allen got time, and that's a bad pass right there as Huncho able to get the interception. That's going to be Thomas with the INT. And just like that, Huncho off to a great defensive start right there. Able to have the ball in scoring range right there, Philly. Great defense right there.
Yeah, that's something that you are never going to see, just like that strip fumble that we saw in overtime game that happened to Dimes. I mean, clearly Honcho was beaten on the route. Diggs threw the ball to the defender. And like I said, I've never seen that before. So Honcho's got all the momentum. He's got the ball, and he's got a chance to put some distance between him and the Buffalo Bills right now.
Yes, he does. And let's see if he can capitalize on this good field position. Great run right there again. Mitchell's been a X factor in this game. Been the biggest thing that Huncho's got going for him so far, as we're going to see him get stopped right there. But again, has been having himself a game, 7 for 66 yards. No touchdowns yet, but we know Huncho loves to give him the ball often in this game here. So let's see what he can do here. 2nd and 9, 26-yard line. Justin Herbert marking out the commands here. Going to look to go to the gun bunch formation here. And again, it's going to be interesting to see what Huncho decides to call right here, as Herbert making some adjustments, snaps the ball. High point pass right there. A little dangerous right there. 3rd and 9. Great defense that time by Diggs, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, really dangerous. I mean, he was lucky the ball was knocked out. Almost thought the defender was going to break on it as we saw him turn back to react to the ball. But, hey, you got to take advantage of these opportunities, and he looks to do that on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, let's see what we can do on 3rd and 9. Great pocket presence, moving to the right, and that time got a touchdown right there. Touchdown 49ers, a touchdown Huncho, as he's going to go up 21-7 potentially against Diggs. And that was a great route by Danny Gray right there, beating both defenders that looked to cover him in man coverage. And just like that, Philly, Huncho back up 2 scores once again.
Yeah, you got to wonder, why is that post route killing Diggs? I mean, you know, nobody else has been able to have success with that in the playoffs and even during the regular season. But for whatever reason, Honcho is getting the separation, making the plays, and putting the points up on the board he needs to come away with his 2nd straight consecutive Super Bowl.
Yeah, and again, he's been absolutely on fire since the jump of this. Again, has not been stopped so far. And Diggs has been, had a bad throw with Josh Allen, couldn't convert on 4th down like that, so gave Huncho the ball like that. So again, if you're Diggs, you gotta figure out something to make some adjustments again to come out with a victory on this one. But again, it's gonna be interesting to see what Diggs decides to do here. Again, coming down that gun tight offset tight end. If Diggs can bounce back on this one, he's still in it. But if he cannot, that might be GG's in the chat. So let's see where he goes here. Again, goes to the gun bunch, similar to what we see Huncho do. This time deciding to motion down McClellan out to the left side here. Allen taking the drop back right there. High point pass to McClellan. 1st down to the 48-yard line. Going hurry up here. Saw something that he liked. Let's see what he ends up calling here. Play action. Allen with the drop back. Got plenty of time. Throws it into double coverage right there. Tried to go to Stephon Diggs. We haven't heard his name all game long. That time unsuccessful. Great defense by Huncho. 2nd and 10 right there, Billy.
Yeah, that was a heat check. I mean, he threw the ball, on the down before into a beautiful spot. Thought maybe he could get the animation there, but I think he's going to try to put more pressure on Huncho vertically, and I think also he's going to, do a lot more hurry up because he knows that he's going to have to put up 2 scores.
Yeah, Snipes in the building. It's all good, Snipes. No worries, my brother. No worries. Hey, at least glad to see you in the chat, man. It's all good. But 1st down right there, great conversion by Diggs here. Going to a different set right here. So a little bit of change that we haven't seen before out of here. But, I think that changes a little bit shortly if he's going back to gun punch right here. So 1st and 10, 38-yard line. Josh Allen barking out all the commands right here. Let's see what he decides to throw, and goes to the corner route. That's a dangerous pass right there. And, I thought that was intercepted, but it actually ends up being out of bounds right there. Dangerous living right there from Diggs. Not too sure if I agree with these decisions on these passes right now, Philly.
No, I mean, he's definitely trying to force it. He got lucky that it wasn't intercepted. And, he should have a short memory with the bad throw from Allen. I mean, that's like 1 in a million, but he still got to make good decisions with the football. And he came away with a break on that play.
Yeah, and that he did. And that's great defense once again by Huncho. 3rd and 10, nobody open on that one. Josh Allen 12 for 19 so far in this contest. But Huncho playing outstanding defense so far in this game as he's able to, again, force Diggs to throw the ball away. Nothing he can do there. 3rd and 10, Diggs back out, gun tight offset. Motion to McClellan out to the left side right here. And we'll see what he can do. Flat pass. That's going to be Hall right there. Breaks the tackle right there. Able to get a first down. 2 defenders to bring it down to the 24-yard line. Go and hurry up like you mentioned, Philly. Has to kind of go quickly here. Can't afford to waste any time. Play action play. And that's going to be broken up right there. Second and 10. And again, Huncho time and time again showing up on defense when needed. And it's been slowing down Diggs a lot so far in this game, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those play calls were just to kind of get a feel for, what he's doing. And that's what makes it really, really difficult is he puts so much pressure on you defensively. You have to continue to make adjustments. Honcho's been successful in doing that very well. And that's why he's winning the game.
Yeah, and as you can see right there, Dawson Knox is actually out of the game right there. So he has Davidson in at tight end right now. So interesting to see how that stamina kind of comes into play right there as Diggs is going to throw it right there. And that time going to Stephon Diggs. So the first time we called Diggs to Diggs connection right there, Philly, this whole entire game outside of some broken passes. But that time able to come down with that one.
Yeah, and a lot of times as we see him with the completion for a touchdown there, a lot of times, his game offensively is based on space and where he is, different parts of the field. And Honcho has done such a good job of making those windows even smaller that Diggs has had a really, really difficult time trying to figure it out. But, Honcho's getting the ball back. He's probably going to have chew clock on, and he's had success running the football. So, Diggs is going to have to play mistake-free football from here on out.
Yeah, I agree. And you mentioned something that's extremely important, that chew clock that has been successful, or the running game that he's been doing with Mitchell has been extremely successful in this game. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what Diggs can do against this offense that Huncho has been putting together, especially on the ground game. And again, let's see if Diggs can adjust, because otherwise, like you mentioned, Philly, that's going to be a GG's, and Huncho is going to go back to another Super Bowl here, victory here. So let's see what he decides to come out here. Looks like, again, gun tight offset tight end formation. First down at the 29-yard line. Diggs almost broke free on that one. Those inside stuffs lined up, but Huncho able to get 6 yards out of that. 8 for 72 by Mitchell. So far, having himself a fantastic game on the ground, like you mentioned, Philly.
Yeah, and you see it right there. Diggs, he's decided he's going to start bringing that pressure. So this is where his team really excels. They have all the skills and abilities. He thrives with stopping the run and the pass in this formation. And that's what I expected him to do in the first half, but he decided to wait until now to bring this type of pressure.
Yeah, good call on the Mike Blitz 0 right there. Again, Huncho not able to throw the ball right there. Again, dangerous living with the way that these footballs been going around, because honestly, I'm surprised a lot of these haven't been picked off. But again, that's just how the game's been going so far. So 3rd and 4 action right here. Huncho gun bunch, decided to motion out a receiver to the left-hand side, wide open corner route, nobody home. That's going to be Jettas right there. Justin Jefferson able to get down to the 30-yard line. And again, that's somebody we haven't called too much of right there for Jettas, as he's able to make a big play for Huncho now in pretty much scoring range right here, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, you like that little wrinkle because he didn't run that play before against man coverage. So, Diggs wasn't sure where to cover. Now he's seen it. So it's going to be up to Huncho to continue to keep Diggs on his toes defensively.
Yeah, and again, coming out in something a little bit different. We mentioned those wrinkles here. This is a new wrinkle right here. Wide off trio weak. That time, nothing doing right there. Able to get through for his defenders on Diggs right there. So 2nd and 12. But again, that shouldn't stop Huncho from running the ball right here. Again, Diggs hasn't been able to completely slow down Mitchell. But again, it's going to be interesting to see. 2nd and 12. right here. 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter of this Super Bowl for Season 4 Xbox side. And we are going to see Huncho right here run the ball with Mitchell. And that's going to be a gain of 6 right there. They're going to give him 6, 10 for 75 on the day for Mitchell. And right now, like I said, Huncho is kind of cruising right now. It's going to probably take this all the way to the fourth quarter right here, Philly. And again, if you're in Huncho, there's no need to rush. There's no need to press right here. You can go 2 possessions right here, regardless of a field goal or a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. As we see those exclamation points, obviously he's able to read on third down, who's going to be blitzing. But, he has to come away with points on this drive. Doesn't have to be a touchdown, but he does have to come away with points on this drive. And so, like you said, he's got everything in his favor. He's got the clock, he's got the score, he's got the field position. He just has to continue to execute if he wants to come away as the GOAT from Madden 23.
Yeah.
Madden Underground.
Hey, let's see if we can do it. 4th and 7 right here. So again, we got another ad right here. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the action. But I imagine Huncho is going to take the field goal, go up 10 right here, force that pressure on Diggs. Again, we mentioned Diggs having to play essentially perfect. But at that time, unable to play perfect defense, and Huncho goes up 2 possessions. Well, hopefully, pending everything going on. But again, this becomes interesting for Diggs, though, Philly. Again, hasn't had the best luck on offense, has been able to convert and obviously score.
Yeah.
But the timing that he's been able to score has been a lot slower than you would like to, especially, again, given that it's the fourth quarter. You see the season ends after this game, so there's no more playing after this season.
Yeah.
Are you a little bit concerned of how the tempo has been for Diggs in terms of like getting those big plays that we're accustomed to him seeing, or being able to move as quickly? It seems like it's just been kind of just chill, kind of like laissez-faire, kind of like we'll see what happens kind of thing. It doesn't seem like a sense of urgency right now, Philly.
Yeah, and I think that just shows his. I'm not saying that he has a lack of respect for Huncho, but I'm just saying that when he played against Dimes, right, it was really more of a slow tempo game. It took them both a long time to score. But I feel like we've seen some uncharacteristic mistakes from Diggs. And so I can only attribute that not to his execution, but to his laissez-faire attitude. And I think that, again, Huncho should be respected. He's already beaten Dimes in the Super Bowl, has an opportunity here to beat Diggs in the Super Bowl. And, he's had a successful game plan. The defense that he went up, against you definitely made him prepared for this particular matchup, and it's clearly showing. And so, as we see right here, we got to expect for Diggs to continue to be up tempo, because he's going to have to score quickly, definitely before the 3-minute mark, and then we'll see what happens with Huncho's offense.
Yeah, and that doesn't help your case right there. That's Stackhouse again with another sack right there. 1.5 sacks they're going to credit him with. So again, 3rd and 13, not looking too good for Diggs here. Field goal is an option here, by the way. It's not like unless he takes another sack right there, and that was a dangerous pass. And I thought that was going to be a fumble based on that animation, but able to convert right there, 1st and 10. And just like that, you see Josh Allen, he's got the glow. So let's see what happens on this particular drive right here for Allen. Does that make a difference? Right there, flat pass to McClellan. Gets out of bounds right there. 2nd and 1, 9-yard game right there. But interesting, like you said, Philly, you got to score before the 3-minute warning to have a chance in my mind. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. But more importantly, you got to come away with some points. Any kind of turnover right here kills you. And just like that, able to convert right there, that's going to be Hall for the touchdown. And just like that, back in this game for Diggs right there, 3-point game right now, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to question, what Huncho was thinking there. He's had so much success. But again, if you don't pressure Diggs, then he's going to have that running back out on the route. And as we see him go for the onside kick here. But, when you blitz, he's going to get rid of the ball, and he was able to do it successfully. But this is the critical point of the game right here, because Huncho ultimately has to score a touchdown, because a field goal is not going to be enough with Diggs getting the ball back and having an opportunity to win the game with a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. But also, this is going to be the critical moment right here of clock management. This is where that particular skill comes into place right here. And again, if I'm Huncho right here, I wouldn't have thrown that out. I ain't gonna lie, that was dangerous living right there. But you want to keep the ball on the ground. Again, good pass right there, able to get to Kittle for a first down. But I was going to say, maybe consider running the ball, considering Diggs hasn't really stopped Mitchell all the time. And again, keep the ball on the ground. Don't force it unless you have to. But again, great conversion right there by Huncho. Again, and surprisingly, there's no true clock right now. So again, something that's interesting right here. So gun tight offset tight end for Huncho, 1st and 10. It's going to take his time now. Smart decision right here. Doesn't have to rush. Going to make one audible change right here. And that's going to be stopped in the backfield this time. Great stop that time by Diggs. And we got 2nd and 13 right here. First time out burn by Diggs.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him bring those safeties all the way up. He's getting a lot more aggressive now. But I do like the play call by Huncho because he didn't really run anything out of that trips formation. So he had the advantage. It's just now he's going to have to continue to do that as he possibly, yes, he does. He gets in. And that might be it. That might be your GG's touchdown or bust. Begar called it. Mm-hmm. This may be too much for Diggs and this mighty offense to overcome this 2-score lead with 2:25 left to go in this game.
Yeah, I mean, that was great execution right there. Jefferson able to get free on that one and then just take it to the house on that one. Easy play right there for Jefferson and the gritty right there. So again, 31-21. The game is not over, though. The game is not over. Still got 2 minutes and 25 seconds and a 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts by Diggs. So it's going to be very interesting right here, Philly. Again, we've seen Diggs do these little heat check deep passes, but to no avail. But it's going to be interesting to see what the execution and style is going to be for Diggs going forward on this particular drive, because this is pretty much the game right here, honestly, if he doesn't do much on this one.
Yeah, and I fully expect for Huncho to keep everything in front of him, make Diggs, throw the ball underneath, and we all know that he's going to have to go for an onside kick. But if he doesn't give up a big play, then time is definitely going to be on his side, and he can come away with his 2nd consecutive Super Bowl for him and for the NFC, knocking off the AFC's 2 greats, Diggs and Dobbs.
Very good point right there. And that's going to be a high point pass to McClellan. Stays in bounds, by the way. Stays in bounds. And that's going to be 8 seconds burned off the clock right there, as we're going to see if he can snap it before the 2-minute warning. And he can. That's going to be a play action play. It looks like PA seams. And he's going to throw that. And that's going to be a conversion right there from Knox as the 2-minute warning hits. So just like that, Philly, like I mentioned, has to get those explosive plays. That time was successful with Dawson Knox right there. And Diggs is right back in business right here. Let's see if he can convert here. 1st and goal for Diggs. Going back to gun tray offset right here. You see those adjustments by Huncho. He's making all the adjustments right there that he can. Let's see what ends up being the plan for Huncho, as Allen's going to drop back and going to miss the throw right there to Knox. 2nd and goal right there for Diggs, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, clearly he's not going to be running the football in the situation. Huncho was able to get him to release it a little bit early, but, still, it's going to come down to what happens after or if Diggs is able to score here, because he needs 2 scores either way.
Yeah, and let's see if he can do that. That's going to be a swatted pass. Almost could have been intercepted right there. That's going to be Eric Armstead right there. 6'8", making that jumping swat right there. And so great defense. Once again, Huncho's defense coming in clutch right there, as we're going to get a pause right here from Huncho. Maybe making some adjustments, or maybe something will happen right here, but it looks like things are good to go here. So back to the action. 3rd and goal here. 1:49 left. Diggs at the 2-yard line. Got to have this conversion. Got to have this touchdown to stay in the game here. And they got to score quick, because one thing that's so much different about CFM compared to Madden, it's 40 seconds on the runoff compared to 30 seconds. So every second here is going to be crucial here. Diggs going empty set here, something we haven't seen him do all game here. First time going empty. Let's see what he cooks up here. Allen motioning to Diggs. Diggs coming all the way over to the left-hand side here. And that's going to be a touchdown right there. That's going to be Dawson Knox with the touchdown. And just like that, Philly, Diggs is back in his ball game. He's not dead yet.
Yeah, that's probably the one time I would have liked to see Diggs had those sub backers go into zones, because it was pretty obvious that Diggs was going to try to attack those safeties. But, it all comes down to this next 1 minute and 46 seconds. Is he going to be able to, take more time off of the clock? Because Diggs obviously feels like he can get a stop. He's playing field position right now. Or is Huncho going to be able to dig deep in his bag of tricks and throw another adjustment that Diggs can't handle and come away victorious?
Hey, or hear me out. We could get another fumble in the late clutches. You never know. I mean, the past 2 games, all the games have been coming down to fumbles on the clutch drive right here. So again, I'm not trying to jinx it, not trying to commentate or curse it, but you never know what's going to happen. This is Madden after all. Let's see what ends up happening. 1st and 10 for Huncho at the 25-yard line. It's going to motion across the formation right here. And that's going to be an 0-1 trap right here. And that's going to be a timeout for Diggs. 2nd and 10. Nothing doing for Mitchell on that one. But again, Philly, only 1 timeout remaining here. So what is the strategy right? Do you keep it on the ground, or are you going to go to the air and go for the gusto right here?
I think he needs to take what's being given to him. Obviously, Diggs is trying to bait him into throwing a rock right here. We know that he wants that clock to move. So he's got to have a check down in the event that deeper route is not open.
Yeah, and there goes the first down. That might be GG's right there, and that's going to be Justin Jefferson. And that might be ball game right there, as Diggs is going to burn his 2nd timeout right there. I agree with you, B-Guard. I'm actually surprised he did not onside kick it. Maybe, again, had trust in his defense. There's nothing wrong with that. But I am also just as shocked as you are that he didn't try to go for the onside right there. But in any case, I think that's going to end up costing him the game right here, as it seems like Hunter, all he has to do is just run the ball and knee it out, and he should come away victorious here for his Super Bowl. But again, big shout outs to Diggs, man, made it all the way. And again, Diggs is not a slouch. He has won the first Super Bowl, has made conference championships before, conference appearances. And again, coming away with a little bit of change here. But for Huncho, 2 Super Bowls, Philly, this year for the Madden 23 circuit. I mean, that's very impressive. Again, coming out of NFC and, like you mentioned, and beating both Dimes and Diggs in the Super Bowl. Very, very, very impressive stuff by Huncho right there.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised he decided to run the ball. I mean, he knows the Diggs doesn't have any clock. He's only flirting with danger. He's setting himself up for that fumble that you're talking about, because basically he can just take a knee here. He doesn't have to do any of this. So I'm not too sure, why he's doing it, but he's dodged 2 bullets thus far.
Yeah.
And I would like to think he's gonna, take that quarterback kneel.
There we go.
Wisely so. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You got your first back-to-back Super Bowl champion out the NFC, beat Diggs and Dimes. Mr. Huncho Hodges. He didn't do it for the hood. He did it for himself. Because you can't be in the AFC talking about, do it for the hood, do it for us all, when you talk about how the NFC can't do anything against the AFC. But he clearly has shown that in the last 2 Super Bowls. He's been the best team, the best coach, the best player, and he's been in the NFC. So shout out to him. He's done it. He's in the chat. He's a dog. He called it. This is game. And yeah, man, there's nothing else to say.
Ain't nothing else to say, man. Hey, congratulations to Huncho Hodges and the San Francisco 49ers. Season 4 Super Bowl champions back-to-back for Huncho Hodges, man. Congratulations. Again, beating Diggs 31-28, 3-point ball game. And again, shout out to Diggs, too, making that run this year. Again, hopefully he bounces back in season 5. But again, it's all about Huncho Hodges right now. You see the confetti coming down. And again, doing it for the NFC, back-to-back NFC championships for the NFC boys. So again, big shout out to Huncho. Congratulations once again. Season 4 Madden Underground Xbox side champion. Well, for the eye, pretty good game. Honestly, pretty solid game from both competitors, man. I thought it was going to be kind of a lopsided affair, but we saw Diggs come back time after time, but Huncho just executing time and time again on the offensive side.
Herbert holding on to that
did
trophy.
what he had to do, and obviously came away with the championship, man. Hey, nothing more you can say, man. Right now, looking like the go-to Madden Underground for Madden 23.
Yeah, man. Look, it is what it is. Everybody that's in the chat, they not here. They just call it from the sidelines, just like we are. They saw it all unfold. This man has done what he's done. There's nothing more to say. Hopefully the commish doesn't continue to put that knock on the NFC, because clearly they've demonstrated that their very best can beat the AFC's very best, and it's happened 2 seasons in a row. So it is what it is, man. Honcho's that dude, and there he is.
Yo,
DJ,
Cheer from you.
UG Madden.
Hey man, hey,
Yeah.
look. It's a lot of things that could be said about this game, but I'm gonna shout out to Diggs for having a good season.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Honcho, man. Honcho, he did it for the hood. The hood wanted to see it. You know what I'm saying? He put on for a lot of people. He said he was doing it for the hood, Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You was talking
I know
about
what he said. I know what
he
he
said
said.
he was
but I
doing
don't
it for
think
the
these
hood.
words don't count,
That
bro.
when somebody say they doing it for the hood, right? You got to put on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In the streets, you might go back. You say you're doing it for the hood and you misrepresent the hood. You might go back and you might get beat up.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ain't gotta explain that to me.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what hood he was doing it for, but
Hey,
I don't know the severe circumstances that he was under, but he was playing like his life was on the line, and he did a great job.
How many people though in these 4 seasons? How many people? Honcho's gonna get smashed. He gonna get smashed by Dimes. He gonna get smashed by Diggs.
Hey, I predicted 74 to 10 Diggs this game, just based on the last game. But when he said he was gonna do it for the hood, I knew this man had something up his sleeve. I knew it was something else on the table, and I knew he wasn't gonna come out there and misrepresent himself. And like I said, whatever said hood, he was representing. You know, so
he did.
But no, he did a great job.
Yeah.
Again, congratulations.
Yes.
To Honcho, man. 2-time champion. The only 2-time champion this year. We got one more season. You know, this ain't it. This ain't it. He got an opportunity to be 3-time champion. He do it 3 times. Then it's a problem. And keep in mind, this was back to back.
Yes.
This was back to back. So like when you say okay, he did it once, he did it twice, it was a fluke. No. This man is back to back with it, man. So we about to go into season 5 now. And we about to advance in a little bit. Yeah. And we'll be in that re-sign stage. So I recommend you guys have access to re-signing until midnight Eastern. Then we'll advance to stage 1 of free agency, and it will sit there until tomorrow. So and then we'll advance to it tomorrow. But you guys know the schedule. You guys, it's all in the Discord. It's in the announcements. It's in the chat, the general chat. The Xbox Pro League chat. So if you guys aren't up on games, if you have any questions, especially the most important thing is setting your draft board. Because everybody think when you say the draft, everybody think we're gonna sit there and we're gonna be taking time and pick. That's not how we draft. So you set your draft board. Everybody sets their draft board, and we simulate the draft. And you know, whoever set their draft board the best is who comes up. But and that's an important task. And we're gonna take time. We're gonna take time tomorrow to walk you guys through the process and how to do that for the new guys that may not know how to do so. But setting your draft board is extremely important, especially if you got, especially new guys, because a lot of new guys got good picks. So another thing, all the teams have been updated as far as if they were under the 6 abilities, then they got the 6 abilities now. If the teams that were above it are already there at the 6, that's your 6. You know, so now those players, when we advance, they're gonna be players that retire. Now, if you have players that retire and that takes you under 6, then you'll get another player to replace the player that retired. So, but no,
common sense though.
Well, some people don't know that, man.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, like I said, but it's certain things that you have to reiterate.
P-guard.
So we gonna see, man. But everybody's screaming advance, everybody's screaming this and that. But I gotta walk everybody through the process, man, before we go through this, because there are some people who won't know what's going on. You know how many times we've seen it happen. Dudes say, oh, this, that, and the third, and then we get into in the chat, we advance and they don't know what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so people that didn't know, you could have actually re-signed your players during the season. There was a prompt at the top of the thing that said players negotiations, and if you didn't see it there, you could actually go to manage roster, and at the bottom of it, there's a re-sign menu too. So there's no excuse for not re-signing your players. If any players hit that water, that free agency water, it's on you. You know, if I think all the new guys, you guys' team should already be straight with the re-sign, because we make sure that was taken care of prior to even advancing to the playoffs. For the people that didn't fully commit, their players already re-signed for them. But
I do have a question there. I got a question there. So let's say somebody slips up, right?
Yeah.
And they're unable to re-sign one of their superstars, and they lose that superstar. Mm-hmm. Are they ass out, or are they gonna, get that superstar back? Is that superstar that they lost, are they gonna be able to be, signed by somebody else?
Now, if that's one of your superstars and you lose them, then you kind of just lost a superstar.
Okay.
So you might want to take this part serious if that's the case. You can't cut a player and get another superstar. It's already locked. That's why I did it before we got to this point. I set it all in stone. The only way you'll get another one to replace another one is if a player retires. And this was mainly for the players that took over teams that didn't have anything. There were players that didn't have anything. The dudes was stumping them out like, yeah, you bum. And you got 10 abilities and they only got 1 or 2. You know what I mean? So,
that's fair. What are you talking about?
It's awesome for some people, But there are people who had abilities and still was getting stumped out. But
yeah,
it was the thing that I found amazingly crazy in this game was the insurmountable odds that Honcho was up against when you say how many abilities that Diggs had on that offense and defense over there. Everybody looked at that team and was like, oh, they're unbeatable. And Honcho just showed you that you still got to play the game at the end of the day, regardless of what you got on your team, what you got on your roster. And he did the damn thing. So we're about to advance. And after we advance, you guys can begin re-signing, getting your roster straight, figuring out your money situation.
Yeah.
And anybody that had got hit with the contract glitch, I won't be able to fix your contracts until we get to after re-signing. Once we get there, then I could adjust your contracts to where they were supposed to be or what they were previously. I'll just have to look at the Neon Sports to see what your contracts were before, and I'll set it back to that. Oh, look at me! As you can see, look. He got something going on over there. The coach talking to him, and look at that. We're going streaking. I don't know what that means. I'm hoping. Look, the entire team just got 2,500 XP. So he's still getting those prompts and all those different things and breakouts during the playoffs. And look, 99, 98, 99, and these guys is he 100? That's another point. Does he go up to 100?
Nah. I think because he still got.
I get it. I'm messing with you, but.
But you never know.
You never know. You never know. I want to see him go up to 100. Like once everything maxed out, he should be 100. And he should get like a gold star or some golden cleats or something. But these dudes are here these dudes are gonna be here for. Look at that. That's a guy. Look, Justin Jefferson. He has there's no more upgrades for Justin Jefferson.
Nah, he maxed out. He's just gonna sit on those upgrades.
Yeah. So. We'll see, and he got a bunch of players. It seemed like it was a few there, and then some more just popped up. Did you see that?
Yeah, and then you got to look at the disrespect already. You got people at NFC, all caps, yelling at you. You know what I'm saying? Not giving Honcho an opportunity to share this.
Why can't we partake? I want to partake in the victory. I'm never gonna be able to have this moment that Honcho, so I'm living through Honcho right now. Let me live for a minute. I'm about to advance. You're gonna see your retirements right now. I'm advancing. Chill out. Dang. Each. Okay. Man. But yeah. So like I said, we congratulations to Honcho and all that XP he's getting right now, and his team is getting better and loading up for the next season. Loading up for the next season as we speak. And I'm sure Diggs got a lot of stuff over there too. But let's go ahead and advance the league, so you guys can see your retirements. I know certain guys are praying for retirements. Certain guys are hoping. But the NFC is definitely they represent right now. You got a guy from the NFC that's been in damn near every Super Bowl. I think 3 out of the 4, right? So
yeah,
3 out of the 4. He's been in 4 NFC championships.
Yeah. He's
got 2 back-to-back Super Bowls. The only player in the league to do that this year. So it's clear to say that he's the front runner. Like he's that dude. Like you know what I'm saying? He's proven he's adding his face to that Mount Rushmore of Madden Underground Elites and dominant players, man. So let's see what happens, man. I'm loading up my Xbox right now so you guys can see what happened. We're gonna see these retirements. We're gonna see these different things that take place when we advance. So let's check it out. But Philly guy, we showed the mock draft yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put that back on the screen while we wait for my Xbox to load up. There's a couple players. You know, we got Broncos with the number 1 pick. Cardinals got the number 2 pick. You got the number 3 pick. Saints got the number 4, and the Eagles got the number 5, right? And there's a lot of quarterbacks in this draft.
Yeah.
Will you be taking a quarterback?
Let's see, Magic 8 Ball. All signs point to yes.
Okay. So that's another thing you guys gotta look into. You gotta go look at people's teams and see what they about to do and what they may possibly take based on what the team needs are.
Yeah.
And I know a couple of guys have been doing that. But again, the draft class is accessible to everybody. You don't have to do all that extra out scouting, that weird stuff. It's accessible. Just download it and figure out a way to get in position to get those players. That's basically what it comes down to, right?
Pretty much.
All right, so let's see what happens. We're about to see what happens. Philly guy, we advancing?
Yes, sir. Come on, Tyreek Hill.
All right, so we got the recap. And let's advance one more time to re-sign it.
Oh shit!
It don't show the retirements yet, right?
So you gotta go to like the transactions. I think
it's one more. I think it's one more.
Hold on. I'm gonna take a look.
No, it's one more advance.
Yeah.
So it's one more advance. Let me show this. Put my Xbox on the screen.
One more.
All right, so we got one more advance. All right, ready?
And come on, Tyreek Hill.
Let's see who retired.
Let's go, Tyreek Hill.
That'd be actually hilarious if he actually just randomly retired.
You guys, hey, that is for you to even be wishing that on C-Jack is just a hater move. View retirements. Let's check these things out, man. All right, so Brandon Graham retired. Dang, mine. Chandler Jones, Taylor Lewan. Yikes. The Saints. Michael Thomas retired. Wow. Tyrann Mathieu retired. Wow. Matthew Stafford retired. Okay. George Fant retired. DeAndre Hopkins retired. Wow. Bradley Roby retires. Dante Fowler retires. I thought that was Christian McCaffrey. It was Christian Kirksey.
I was gonna be like, hey, I'm out of here. Hey, good luck, Burko. Good luck, man.
Harrison Smith retired. Ryan Winslow retired. David Bakhtiari retires. Tyler Lockett retires. Jimmy Ward retires. Zach Martin retires. Wow.
Ooh,
Stephon Gilmore retires. Sterling Shepard retires. Gabe Jackson retires. CJ Uzuma retires. Taysom Hill. Then he had Taysom Hill over there. Cameron Fleming. Justin Houston. Patrick Peterson. T.Y. Hilton. Anthony Harris retired. Logan Thomas retires. AJ Bouye retires. JD McClassic retires. And these are just, rest of these guys are free agents. If you guys want to go down the list, check them out. But there you have it. And B-Guard, none of your players retired.
Man.
Guess he didn't want to play for you, B-Guard.
Hey, franchise is broke.
Yep. So I'm gonna go through the list and see. We're gonna go through the list and see who gets an extra superstar due to retirements, and give them their superstars. And after I do that, I'll be sending out the bread to get everybody paid up, and that'll be that, man. You know, we'll be on to the next season. But again, make sure you guys get your re-sign in. You got until 9 p.m. Pacific. That's midnight Eastern to do your re-signing. and getting your teams in place and situated. We'll take care of those abilities for the players that lost players with abilities due to retirement. Also, if you have contract issues, those people who had contract issues that hit me up about the contract issues that they were having, because that $1 billion thing that happened when you editing your players. We'll go through and adjust those contracts. We just got to go look at Neon Sports, but we have to wait till after this phase happens. So once that's done, we'll get it done.
TG asking, do the division winners get paid?
Yes, division winners get paid. The division winners get $25. $25 for division winners.
That could be you, man. If you actually play your games and actually win enough.
Oh man, everybody's shooting. Everybody's out here. Crazy. That's right, Phoenix.
I'm just saying,
light him up.
Just saying, two seasons.
Light him up.
No division wins, man. Dang.
Yeah,
light him up.
Couldn't be me.
But yeah, so with that being said, all division winners will be receiving $25. And the conference championship losers get $100. Runner-up gets $300, and $700 to the Super Bowl winner. So we're gonna get these payouts done. We're gonna get everything done, situated and straight, and we're gonna make sure we get you guys your superstars. So give me time, guys, to get these superstars straight, and then I'll be inboxing you guys individually to get your cash apps and getting you guys squared away. So be patient, and I'll be with you guys shortly. But thank you all for tuning in. And to everybody that is interested in joining Madden Underground, go head over to maddenunderground.com and sign up, man. It's simple. You sign up, register, hit the register tab. Tell us what you like, what type of mode you like in Madden, and we'll contact you if we have anything that may pique your interest. So if you're a franchise guy, we'll definitely contact you because we have openings. We're going to have a few openings in PS5 next season. We got one spot open now in PS5, and should be contacting a few people about those spots. So if you registered already, be sure to be on the lookout for a text message or email in regards to your application. So with that being said, we'll see you soon. Congratulations to Honcho again, and we're out of here.
Yes, sir.